ETS. I'm Donna Lopez, and this is your channeled message for August 18th through to the 24th. So if you see me looking that way, I have a calendar, and that's all I'm looking at. And I'm a channel, so I just open up and bring in whatever spirit has for me to share with everyone. I'm hearing right away, lesson learned. It's almost as though they're saying it's like been a long journey to get to the place where the lesson was learned. And I'm hearing, I trust the process. And not only, they're also saying that, let that be a little bit of a mantra for you. Trust the process, but also share that with others to trust the process. I'm also hearing something about grace reviewed. You know, grace for me, when I hear grace, is you know, the healing of something, the forgiveness, the letting go that surpasses all understanding. So what I'm hearing is that you're going to be re-reviewing how certain things that used to really affect you, hurt you, block you, are no longer something that really affect you, because you've had that grace that surpasses all understanding. And it's almost like you want to feel into what that grace feels like even more so, because it is really beautiful. I also see a lot of you being very kind to others. It's almost like doing really nice gestures, you know, and you're beautiful, and you're beautiful, and you're beautiful, because I see somebody handing somebody bouquets of flowers, and you're beautiful, and you're beautiful. And almost like I'm making a point every day to make sure that people know that they're loved, that you're beautiful. And so there's just this really beautiful gifting and sharing. I also see a lot of you looking at the map, looking at the world map. Some of you are looking up around Alaska and Canada, up in that direction. So I feel like there could be a move or a shift or a change for some of you. There's just something, I'm hearing navigate. Excuse me, navigate. So there's something that you're wanting to change, or change. You're navigating and changing direction in your life. You're coming into a time of discovery. All right. For a lot of you, I feel like there's a lot of things you want to express to someone, but it's almost like if I had a mouth full of, not marbles, but I'm feeling like little lead balls, and it's like, you know, they're heavy. So these are heavy words, and I can't get them out. There's not a lot of them, but it's just taking a lot for me to share this heaviness. And I feel like I want to share it about someone else, or about something, something that pertains to someone else. It's not tattletaling. It is your perspective, but it's difficult to get it out. And but they're saying, you know, you don't have to get the whole story out. Just one word, you know, just little by little, because it's confused you that you've had all this. It's sitting there. It's just so ripe and ready for you to express. And they're saying that it's really kept you in a pickle. Like in a space of like, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should say something, not say something. What do I do with this? You know, they said that you have considered even writing a letter. Like, maybe if I just write a letter, that would be so much easier. But I really feel that it really has to do with, I'm hearing the solar plexus. So it's having to do with a sense of right and wrong and justice, and doing the right thing, though. Really doing the right thing. And again, they're saying trust the process. Trust the process. All right, let's see what else. A lot of you are really happy. It's almost like you've come to a closure, or the end of something that you wanted to complete, and it's like, oh, did it. It's almost like writing a book, or maybe you're writing a little flyer type book even, but it's like, oh, got that done, feels so good, and it's like a big accomplishment. Yeah. Let's see what else. Mostly I'm really feeling a sense of peace, but I'm also hearing justice. I'm also hearing the word rose. It's almost like I can smell a rose, see the rose color of, you know, a rose color. It's compassion. Okay, thank you, Spirit. They're saying it's compassion. And I'm also hearing something about romance, but not in like a romance novel type way, but more of a the romance of being compassionate towards one another. That behavior, that acceptance, that reward of having somebody in your life that you can trust that way, to have compassion for you, and you can have compassion for them. Interesting. All right, let's see. All right, for somebody here, they're saying you don't have to worry about your knees anymore, because I see some hands coming over the knees and kind of giving some healing. So the spirit world's been coming in and doing a healing on your knees, okay? Yes, there's also grandmother vibration that comes in with that. So the grandmother is also coming in that's been also assisting with that healing. You know, they say that a lot of you are listening to, it's funny the way they say it, the noises. That's why I was kind of like, noises, okay. But the noises, the sounds of noise that aren't a part of your world, but the noise that others are allowing to distract them, or the noise of the world, or the noise. It's just noise. It's not nuisance, it's just noise. And it's just, you're more or less like, that's really such an odd thing to be in that space of that kind of noise and not be in the space of being centered, you know, knowing yourself, knowing the preciousness of peace. Yeah. For a lot of you, I see you changing habits. I literally see a habit coming off. So this would be somebody that wore a certain kind of a uniform or wore a garb that signified something, and they are changing it. Not only are they changing that, they said they do want to use the word habit. There's also, you've changed some habits, and I see it's like I feel like a lot of you are going to be leaner and cleaner and revealing a new you. And it's not like you're wanting to walk out on a runway and show that off. It's just that it's time to take off what you've been wearing to cover up, or what you've been wearing that just does not signify who you are any longer. So there's a change, but it feels good because I don't feel like I have to be loud about it or anything. It's just who I am and where I'm at. Right. For others of you, I see you making deep emotional strides. You're really working so hard to move forward in life. And it's not a struggle as much as like you're really putting in the effort to emotionally grow, to emotionally move forward, to emotionally go deeper than your emotions had been previously. And they're saying it's time. It's time. So it's time that happened. I'm kind of asking about the whole week and what that kind of a theme is for the whole week. Well, they said don't be confused by circumstances, because some things are going to come up, much like that noise thing, and but it's going to be what do they call that, whack-a-mole, little things popping up, but they're saying don't be confused by the distractions or the noise, or what seems to be happening. They're saying, matter of fact, it'll be happening so fast you won't be able to really calibrate it. They're saying just stay in your heart and in your body. Stay out of your head and just stay in your heart and in your body and stay centered. Because this isn't anything you need to solve, because after one thing pops up, another one does and another one does. So it's like something you're not supposed to be tracking linearly. It is something that you're just supposed to stay in your heart and in your solar plexus and just stay centered. And whatever it is, it's going to resolve and dissolve itself, because it is just noise, right? You know, every timeline has a theme. It's funny how many people think that there's this big awakening happening, but the awakening has been happening forever. And or these huge epiphanies. Well, epiphanies have been happening forever. It seemed like an epiphany back in the 1800s. You know, it seemed like an awakening in the early 1900s. So let's not make ourselves too self-involved and too self-evolved. Let's stay centered and enjoy the ride. They're giving me a lot of smiles, a lot of smiles. They say you just need to have a stronger sense of humor and not take yourself or circumstances so seriously. That was an interesting one, wasn't it? All right, let's see what they have for this week. That doesn't want to let go. All right, it says, I give. I give without expectation, without keeping score. What I do for God. This is true love. I manifest this love around me. Thus I become a source of light for others without judging them, no matter who they are, what they do. In giving unconditional love, I also experience it. So, there you go. All right. Thank you all. Namaste.